Welcome to episode 458 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Mr. Primo, a.k.a. Prime, and Mr. Tim Kincaid in the building. Talking about the 9-2 Philadelphia Eagles. Anytime you go out in the L.A. on the West Coast to get a win, it's always a great feeling, a great opportunity to celebrate with all the West Coast Eagle fans. The West Coast Eagle fans were amazing for all the people that came up to us and showed us love and just telling us stories, and just it was great to break bread with you guys. Shout out to all the tailgates that we went to, Swoop City and West Coast Swoop Nation. It was a great time. It was a great opportunity. I have to say that it was the weirdest Eagles experience that I had. Watching the Eagles game, this episode is in tribute to my pops, aka Jesse Saunders. This is the man, the myth, the legend. He's been he's been that dude for our family. He's been everything to us. He passed away on Sunday. I mean, he's the kind of like the lifeblood of starting Fourth and Jawn. When I began this podcast, to find out that he passed away right before an Eagles game. How fitting. The Eagles were always our thing.
Take your time.
Take your time, bro.
Take your time. Be all right.
He made me an Eagles fan. Even though naming me after Gale Sayers, a Chicago Bear, as I always tell the story. But Eagles were always our thing. They brought our family together. He was the best. So just to honor him, just doing this podcast, talking about football. It was one of those things that I don't know. It was a bond. It was a bond. Even when the Eagles won a Super Bowl, how great that was. I remember us going to a diner the day before, the morning before the Super Bowl, talking about Eagles history and what it meant to us as Eagle fans. And he talked about the Steve Van Buren days and just how much calling him when we won the Super Bowl and both crying and just thinking about, the Eagles winning the Super Bowl meant a lot to me. So I mean, for all the people that I've reached out, I haven't really said much, but all the people at a tailgate who, randomly came up to me and gave me hugs, meant a lot. To this, I got a bracelet from this little girl. Her mom came up to me and she said, "Hey, I want to give that man a hug because I feel like he needs one." And she said, I make bracelets and I want to give one to you. And it said, "Hit him high." It's a little gesture, but I don't know her name, but it really meant a lot to me. There was a moment where I was on the sidewalk crying, and so I don't even know her name. It's like, "I follow you on Twitter." She's like, "Oh my God, why are you crying?" Like, she's like, "It's like my father just passed away." But she said my mom passed away recently, and she gave me sage advice for that moment in time. But that's, at the end of the day, it's like Eagle fans are awesome. There's great Eagle fans all over the country and world. But again, if you ever felt welcomed at a tailgate or welcomed at one of our events, just know it came from from my dad and my parents and how we were raised to make everyone feel welcome. But yeah, the Eagles won for my dad on Sunday, and it was a weird thing to watch a Saquon touchdown, but then look to the sky and like, oh, that one was for my dad. I looked at Prime, I said, that one, he's like, that one was for your dad. Got the text from my brother, all these different moments in the game. I was like, we were not losing this game to the Rams, but overall, totally weird experience. But just in general, it was was fitting to be at the Eagles game, and Eagles getting the W. And we're just gonna rep. We're gonna keep repping my father, and I appreciate you guys, Tim and Prime, for holding me up this weekend, man. And that meant a lot, and I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, bro. That's what we're here for, family. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know, hey, Mr. Saunders was in the building with us, bro. I mean, your pops was his presence was there. You know what I mean? We were watching the game together, and yeah, it was just moments before I had even said to you, you know, every touchdown that was pretty much scored, I was like, man, Pops is in the building. That was for Pops, and I was just waiting for the W to just go ahead and tell you. That was, you know, I mean, that was all for Pops. And hey, look, man, they pulled off the W. They did their thing. Saquon ran, and yeah, it was a great moment. I mean, being on the West Side, big ups to everybody on the West Side, like you mentioned. Swoop City, LA, West Coast Swoop Nation. Our boy, our family member, man, like our little brother, Mark.
Hello, brother.
Well, our oldest little brother. But we had a blast, man. We had a blast with us family. Big ups to Vanessa, to Mark, to the girls. By far had a great time, man. The hospitality by that family was amazing, man. And to this day, I still talk about it. It's going to be talked about for a very long time, man, because it just feels good to know that you got family on the other side of the country. But, you know, I mean, this is what the Eagles do, man. They bring us together all over the world. Like you mentioned earlier, Gail, you know, we started, this is how we all got started. And moments like this brings us together. So, you know, just know you got two brothers here, Evan as well. We here for you, man. We're going to get through this together. And, you know, we always going to remember Pops just the way he always raised you, you know what I mean, to be the man that you are today.
Most definitely. Big shout out to Big J, man. I got the pleasure to meet him several times, and he was just he took me to his favorite diner, and that would be one of the greatest times I've spent with him. And he talked about the days of Steve Concrete, you know, all those guys, all the legends, and the reason why he named Gail Saunders. And Gail and shout out to Dwayne as well, and the rest of the family. He told me the reason why, you know, he was an Eagles fan and they're from Connecticut. And the stories that Gail would tell me, and I'll never say them, but the funniest one was probably when the girl fell off the roof. But I'm not going to go into detail, but that was probably one of the funniest one in your Pops. You know, being there for you, just watching you grow. So as a father myself, man, it's a truly blessing to see your kids grow. And Gail, you're a perfect gentleman, man. You never let your Pops down. So and me and Primo, we're blessed to be your friend and your brothers. You know, we won't hold you down. But yeah, California, people in thank you so much. Swoop City, LA, West Coast Swoop Nation, the Horthas. Shout out to Philly Sports Trips. It was such a blast, man. That's all I can say. Bro. It was a blast. Thank you for it. And then we made great memories. Look
at this. Look, you guys are trying to post for an album cover. This is like I missed Tim's photo. My bad. Yeah, we took those photos after the thrashing of the LA Rams. It's just one of those things where you're like, you think Saquon Barkley can't wow you anymore, and he just is a phenomenal talent. Again, phenomenal person. If you meet him, he is playing the best version of himself. He said that now that he's with the Eagles, it's hard to hear for Giant fans who usually come up to me with snarky comments when I have my Saquon jersey on, like he was ours first. I was like, but while he was yours, he's not doing what he's been doing with us. 255 yards rushing. It was the easiest 255 yards rushing that I've ever seen. But we do have to give a hat tip up to the offensive linemen. They were crushing it. Makai Becton was moving people. I mean, everybody was working in unison, and I think this offensive line and that hat tip to Stoutland. I mean, Stoutland we trust, but also in Saquon we trust. I can firmly say that 2 explosive plays by Saquon is expected every game, and that's not even crazy talk. It just is what it is.
Not at all. I mean, we talked about this in the very beginning when we signed him. Putting that man behind the line that we got, the expectations was pretty much set high, and he's been showing it week in, week out. There's always you're just always patiently waiting for that explosive play to happen, and we got the privilege to see 2 on Sunday. I mean, it was outstanding. 270+ yards that he had, and I mean, I think there was even a video of him on the sideline saying that was his first 200-yard game ever. Sorry, Giants fans, but did you ever hear him say that on your sideline? Nah. So he might have been wearing a Giants jersey, but that man ain't never played like he's playing now for the Giants. He's playing way better, and he's fitting just at home with the Philadelphia Eagles. So remember that.
I think what's so impressive about this is the Rams were stacking the box 35% of the time, and he averaged 12.7 yards per carry. That's crazy. That is just crazy work. There's what can he not do? I mean, this is a running back that we're talking about. That's kind of the power, the finesse, the jump stop. He's got it all, man. He's got it all, and the screen game is back. A beautiful screen game. That's all I can say about Saquon.
I mean, there's this thing about the way that they're playing. In the beginning of the season, we were kind of some of us were upset because we felt like the Eagles weren't playing to our strengths, and we kind of. It's not like we forced them, but I know some of their offensive linemen might have told them something about running the ball. And again, there's a part of Jalen Hurts' game where we don't need him to do. He doesn't have to be the savior. The hero ball doesn't need to happen when you have Saquon. You can rely on Saquon, and that's not even talking AJ Brown. AJ Brown is now having the easiest 100-yard games we've seen. By the end of the game, AJ Brown.
The quietest.
Yeah,
I didn't even know he had 100 yards.
It's a quietest. And then Devontae Smith. We put up 37 without Devontae Smith. Nice. I mean, there's just week in and week out. Obviously, the injuries happen. We've had Dallas miss a couple games. We've had AJ miss a couple games. We've had Devontae miss a couple games. Lane Johnson missed a couple games. Jordan Mailata missed a couple games. We're still 9-2. So I always talk about the depth. You're only as good as your depth, and our depth seems to be it's there. I mean, Tyler Steen has given us valuable reps on the offensive line. We've had Fred Johnson. You can go on and on. The depth, even the youth movement, and the Cooper versus Cooper was no contest.
Lockdown.
No contest. I don't know.
It definitely was a good matchup. They were both doing their thing. Cooper and Quignon holding it down, shutting down those wide receivers. I mean, look, some of the receivers ended up getting a couple plays, expected, but at the end of the day, they held them down, and that's what we were expecting out of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the beautiful thing about this is you can see the play action, the call playing is explained for itself with Kellen Moore. It's like he has his thumbprint on this. You know what I'm saying? And what I like is we're using the guys to their strengths. We're running the ball. We're balanced, and we're built through the trenches. And I think that's the reason why, if we want to go toe to toe with, say, Detroit Lions, we are gritty too.
Yeah, I think about this upcoming race for the number 1 seed. You don't want to look ahead of yourself. I know we
Right.
obviously we have the Ravens. We got the Steelers. We have the Panthers,
Division.
and then we have the Commanders, Cowboys, and Giants. You look at the Lions. They also have the Bills. They have the Bears twice. They have the Vikings. They have the Packers. I forget the other team in there. Maybe it's the Chargers.
I think it
But
might be.
I just feel like it gives us opportunity to continuously play for that number one seed. I mean, the fact of the matter of the Commanders losing to the Cowboys, which was very huge. I mean, all we have to do is beat the Cowboys or the Giants to lock it up.
Control what you can control.
I mean, you could even potentially, if we're sitting players, sit out. That's how I had us losing extra games by sitting at the end of the season. But right now we're 9-2, and we're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, the driver's seat we definitely are in, and I don't know. I mean, I just don't want to take my foot off the pedal. These guys, I don't really want to talk too much about the Detroit Lions, but they are 9-1. Can't forget about them. But I mean, the rest of their schedule, like you mentioned, they got Chicago, they got the 49ers, Packers, Minnesota twice. I mean, there's a potential one, maybe two games out of there that they could go ahead and lose, and that's what we got to take advantage of. So, I mean, I don't want to start thinking about sitting down players. I want to go ahead and full throttle on this thing. I want to keep the gas, going. Like I don't want to stop. I don't want to slow down. These guys are definitely at their potential, and they are killing it. So, I need this. I need this to follow through all the way for the rest of the season. So, I mean, I see the rest of our schedule. I don't find Baltimore as a threat. I certainly don't see Pittsburgh as a threat. And we pretty much run our division. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we're gonna go ahead and win this thing out.
I love the confidence.
As the guy that just said, I just want to keep it. No, like I said, I think right now at this point you got to control what you got to control. Put your head down. We ain't the shit. We need to play Philadelphia Eagle football. We've been there where the debacle. And I don't even want to talk about that. But I like where this mentality of this team, and I like where the physicality, and everybody is happy because everybody eats. Everybody eats, fam. Yo, Gail's been talking about this for years. This is the reason why that 2017 that team won, because everybody eats.
And even, I mean, when we talk about role players, we talk about Kenny Gainwell, who scored a touchdown. We talk about the hustling play from Calcaterra last week, or Calcaterra's blocking downfield, or just the rookies showing up the way they're doing. Milton Williams performing well. Jalen Carter obviously being a menace. And I mean, the fact that Brandon Graham at his age playing the way he was playing before he got injured was crazy. I mean, and it's crazy inspirational when you talk about like moving forward and what the legacy he leaves behind to the younger guys, watching them develop, and now telling them like, hey, it's time for you to step up. As much as people are saying like, it's his last year, I might have got some more that it might not be his last year. So
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, his mentality, man. He just wants to keep on grinding as much as possible, and I don't think he wants to go out that way. So, I mean,
right.
I kind of hear the same thing. I've been hearing the latest chirps too that he is gonna go ahead and probably attempt to get one more year to go out, the right way. But there is still potential for him to come back just in time for the playoffs. I don't know how accurate that is. We'll see.
Shout out to Mark. Mark's a legend, by the way. Shout out to again. The hospitality in Cali was amazing. Huerta's always gonna have. We call him Huerta's racing team because the way he was driving around LA was. I was like Grand Theft Auto. But hey, he got us there on time, and he's a hell of a dude. But he says it's setting up perfectly for the Birds. They won't have to board a plane the rest of the regular season. Hope not in the playoffs as well. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is where you want to be in the back end of the season. You're at home, and if anyone's been at the link as of late, it's been a buzzsaw, except for the Falcons game. So I think things are setting up for us rightly. I know we have the Ravens coming in soon, but talking about your offensive MVP from last game, it's got to be Saquon. Can we all agree?
Saquon all around the table.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No. No.
You're gonna say Stalin?
Stalin University, baby. That offensive line, bro. That offensive line is the MVP. Is the MVP. Second level blocking, first level blocking was just amazing. Amazing. If we don't have them, we're not doing this with Saquon like this. So I gotta be different. I gotta go offensive line.
Well, I mean, we know we had
he just broke a record though. He just broke a record, you know.
He did, but I mean, it is big ups to the line. You know what I mean? Pumper got a point. He got a point.
Yo, son. All right, okay. All right, word. All right. I got Timberland. I got
this guy. This guy.
Hey, it's not me. I don't want the 6 for 6. So the 6 by 6. It's not me. I don't understand how this is even capable of me.
Settle down, Brian Pumper.
Yo, you were supposed to say the name, son.
Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
We're about to find out how many OGs we got up in here if they pick up on that one.
Shout out to Andrew from Swoop City, man. He said, "What's up, fellas? Like Tim said, don't take anything for granted. Keep stacking wins. Keep stacking wins over there. Congrats to 2,000 followers on Instagram. I follow y'all. So make sure you follow Swoop City, man. They put on a great tailgate. Their tailgate.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday too. There's an alleyway where for the LA tailgates. It's like you got to go down the whole alleyway. It's like walking down the Philadelphia block. Like you can't cut. Like you get cut on the wrong block. You can't escape from the side. So, but it's like
man. The love we were getting as we were walking.
Oh my god!
Was just like, what did I say to you as we were walking over there? Get ready, right? Did I say that to you?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You were like, get ready. I was like, what you mean? And then I walked in. I'm like, oh, hey,
yeah, mad love,
though.
Mad love. Highly appreciate it.
One woman I met, she mentioned that we had shared her GoFundMe for her family member who passed away, and some of her family members were there. I lost a family member, and I got to meet them, and that was like a really great moment because you never know how you're going to help people. The fact that we got to meet, and that was cool, man. It helped out with their funeral, and it's just those stories are. It's like I said, Eagle fans are amazing. Rasta Express says, "Why do we keep running QB draws?"
Yo.
I think a QB power here and there if you're seeing some something open, but I think the way that we run, especially if Jalen's dealing with some kind of injury,
right?
I mean, we could slow down a little bit. Now, Jake says, "Wish they could flex the game to Sunday Night Football instead of Niners first build." Did you read what game's getting flexed?
Well, they did. I doubt if they're going to. It's my bad, Tim, but I just doubt if they're going to go ahead and flex this weekend's game. It's definitely too late.
I think it's going to be the next weekend.
Yeah. Well, they mentioned 4 out of the last 5 games that we have are looking to be flexed. They said 4 out of our last 5, which is crazy because there's only 1 out of the 5 that are at 425. So I mean, like, how much more are they going to flex it? There's a possibility of a Sunday night, a Monday night. Yeah.
Steelers.
They realized they messed up when they took that Jaguars game away from us. They realized it.
Yeah, you're right.
Dad's been tied up with some family matters. The cards will go out soon. I don't know. I know you asked last show, but I think I'm just saying, other guys who showed out that need to be mentioned.
AJ Brown. I will have to say Britton Covey coming back and welcome back. We no longer Jake from State Farm. He is Jake Elliott, 7 for 7 kicks. Most definitely, man. Probably on the offensive side. I'm not going to go ahead with some defense. You go.
You know the I mean,
Are you really shutting the door on Jake?
No, I wasn't shutting the door on Jake. I was just saying like he's back. You know, he said 7 for 7 because last week he was wearing khakis, kicking the ball. You
know, Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, he was Jake from State Farm last week. Now he's Jake Elliott this week. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna talk about Vic Fangio because the way that Vic Fangio has, you know, all these, you know, some past defenses that we've had, you know, where, you know, they didn't adjust. It feels like this defense is adjusting well. In the way that they're doing it, it just seems like he puts a vice grip on some of these offenses. You know, they had some scoring drives earlier in the game. You know, and then he just put the clamps on them. And the fact of the matter is, you know when you have a good team is when you're good on third down. The Rams were 0 for 8 on third down. The Commanders last week were 3 of 12. The Cowboys the previous week was 3. They were 3 for 14, and the Jaguars were 3 for 10. So in the last 4 games, 9 for 44, or that's 20.5%.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Again, some of those teams are butt ass, but I'm just saying it is what it is. I feel like they did fairly well versus what's his name from the Bengals?
Cincinnati?
Burrows.
Yeah, Burrows.
They handled Burrows pretty well. I think I just really want to see him against who I want to see the way that we defend Lamar Jackson.
Oh, for sure.
It's going to be a very interesting defensive scheme that, you know, I mean, we would have to put together to go against, you know, that caliber of a team. I mean, Lamar Jackson is definitely skilled with his feet. You know, you contain him. I go with the same thing I said about Matthew Stafford. It all depends on what type of Lamar we're going to get on Sunday. You know, once you rattle him, once he's confused, he's not a pocket quarterback. So, you know what I mean? He's just going to always just focus on trying to run. He's going to try to take and put the team on his whole back at all times, and he ain't going to get nowhere. So that's why I feel like, you know, Baltimore is no threat to us, and I think we're going to go ahead and contain them very well. And you know,
I think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I've said I love the confidence.
I think for the most part for you know the last 7 games or the 7-game winning streak where we are is because Jalen is no longer playing hero ball like Lamar does. You know what I mean? Putting that all that weight on his shoulders and trying to make a play out of something and making something out of something, right? But I think is this game that we play this Sunday is going to be a Zach Bond game because we're going to have the QB spot. You know what I mean? You got to because you got to maintain Lamar. Lamar, you know, he's shifty, man.
Yeah, what if they pull a fastball, curveball, and put one of our fast safeties? You know, maybe
Sidney Brown, huh? Sidney Brown, huh?
If they try to, you know, do something, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it is going to be.
Lamar Jackson plays backyard football sometimes.
And that's the thing. Once he plays backyard football on Sunday, this is the game that I really feel your son is going to get his pick of the year.
He should have got a pick last on Sunday.
I'm just saying, this is definitely the game that I could see your son getting the first pick of his career.
You're not my dad.
After he picks that ball off, he's going to go ahead and yell out, "He's not my dad."
Now, Mark said that Cam. Oh, we were talking about players that need to get recognized. Cam, he says, doesn't get the love he deserved. He's been incredible taking over for Kelsey. I think he fits like a glove right now. I feel like him running on the perimeter, it's shades of a young Kelsey. I feel like shout out to Kelsey who was out in LA. And shout out to Philly Sports Trips. I mean, we were out there with Philly Sports Trips. Anybody that went to their event got an opportunity to meet Shady and LaShawn. Shady had a great Q&A session, and then Deshaun was right with him. Shout out to Philly Sports Guy who conducted the Q&A. On Saturday, we got an opportunity to go to a pep rally with Philly Sports Trips and John Dornbos.
At Our Bar.
Yeah, Our Bar.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tron as well. But John Dornbos doing magic tricks. Crazy.
Was definitely crazy. Being up close to watch it was wow. Yeah.
He told me some secrets that he said, do not tell anybody about the Saquon Barkley trick.
You done already told.
I can't tell.
Yeah, you already told people.
I can't tell. I can't tell you. I didn't.
What happened to the photo dump? We need a photo dump, bro.
What happened to the whatever stays in the chat stays in the chat?
Oh well,
I didn't tell nobody.
That's
Primo. Nobody.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But my homie
told poor people.
I didn't tell anybody on the live stream.
Lips is sealed.
But then go back and watch the Saquon Barkley magic trick with John Dornbos. You're gonna wonder how it was done. Just know your boy found out, and I'm even more shell shocked at how he pulled that off.
I will say this though, and I want to get your guys' opinion. What do y'all think about the signings of Charles Harris and KJ Henry? This is depth pieces.
Well, this is where we go back to what Big Fangio said. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's risky bringing people in at this time of the year, whether they're going to go ahead and fit into the scheme or it was just a waste. So, I mean, like, I don't know. I can't tell you. I mean, you're always going to feel good knowing that we have the depth and, KJ Henry's name has been out there. I don't know too much about Charles Harris, being honest. Shaq Barrett, I've been hearing the same thing. I don't, but it all depends on how much these guys can go ahead and fit into the scheme that we got right now.
The Shaq Barrett situation doesn't make any sense because if he's released, he has to get claimed, and we're ranked like 20 or something. Like we're low. He's not going to fall in our hands, in our lap. So that.
You just need depth at this point in the season, and I think obviously, there was rumors that we had interest in him pre-draft. I believe, and they're probably just kicking the tires. But is the Shaq Barrett thing? We're going after him?
Yeah, it's a rumor, but the thing is, like I said, he has to be. If he's released, he goes down on the waiver wire. And there's a $7 million contract, which is feasible for any organization. I mean, this is a guy that lost his child and then decided to retire. You know what I'm saying? And my condolences to his family. I've been through that situation. But there's no way, bro. There's no way he'll be the first one to get picked off waiver wire.
Yeah, we'll see. I think what BG still has in the tank is leadership. Yeah. He might not be on the field, but he'll have these guys supercharged on the sidelines in the locker room. I feel like at some point, young guys got to step up and play. And speaking of Joe, he says the secondary is second to none. Young guys haven't looked like rookies, and it's got to be, Cooper Kupp. I was sitting next to a Rams fan. I said, he's like, don't forget we got Cooper Kupp. I was like, well, I'll see your Cooper with our Cooper. Okay. And we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Primo had the best line. Primo had the best line. All right. I'm gonna paint the picture. I'm gonna paint the picture. I'm gonna set it up, right? All right, so boom, right? Me, Gail, Primo, I'm in the middle. We walking up. We're about to go through the metal detectors. My man's on the right-hand side said, go ahead, Primo.
He was just, talking about his fantasy. Cooper Kupp was going to go ahead and get him 2 touchdowns. He was going to take him over to the top. And then when I heard that, I couldn't help myself. Me being the man that I am, I had to let him know, like, you You damn nuts if you think Cooper Kupp gonna get 2 touchdowns on my Coop. Like, do you know the Coop that we got? Cooper
Right.
DeJean, baby. All right, lockdown. You're gonna. It's a shutdown game. I'm telling you right now.
And then once he said that, it was like a robot shut down because he shut down as soon as he said that. He was like,
He's like, oh damn, that's right. I forgot they got a Coop. He was like, I forgot they got a Coop too. Yeah.
I mean, the whole Cooper DeJean is a safety. I mean, I still feel like he in the later years he can be a safety. I think
he's so smart, bro. He's so smart. I will say this though, the Rams was getting us on that PA bootleg. Oh my god.
Well, I mean,
they played that damn play like 5 times, bro, and it was getting us.
But the way the Rams, with what's his name, Sean McVay.
Yeah.
The way that he has the trickery. I mean, that Cooper Kupp roll motion where he rolled to the left.
Yeah, rolled to the left. Yeah.
CJ was waiting like,
gotcha.
we know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Vic Fangio season, man.
He's getting us.
Vic Fangio. I feel like, I mean, Vic Fangio is just, we need that, man.
Bro, think about this though, because last year we had what was it? We had Sean decide, and then after that they took the keys from him and then put the keys into Matt Patricia, the pencil in the ear, and then both of them couldn't unlock the code. And then we get Vic Fangio, he's all Code Da Vinci and unlocks the like. It's crazy. But I will say this though, I think the reason why this defense is humming and it's so good is because of the youthness and I mean,
you made a new word?
Say, yeah, the youthness. It's the youthness. Yeah, it's the youthness. And I what's up with Slay though? Did we hear anything about Slay? Is it concussion or knee?
Concussion.
Okay.
I remember when he made that tackle, I was like, he's gonna concuss himself. And I probably heard Seth Joyner's, "Are you kidding me?" in the back of his head.
Right.
And I was like, bro, play your game. I'm like, go for the angles. I'm not gonna. I don't need Slay for big hits. I need ankle wrap ups and
the ankle biters. I need the ankle biters.
I just feel like we didn't mention who your defensive MVP was on Sunday.
Go ahead, Primo.
No, you go first since you didn't get it on the last show.
Oh, okay.
We don't want you to have a no gravy tantrum.
Shout out to the horses. This is malarkey. My defense MVP will have to go to that bad man, baby Rhino, Jalen Carter. He was a menace, and I know the stats don't show, but look at what he was doing. And Milton Williams was eating off that joint. He was eating off that bone. So shout out to Jalen Carter, my defense MVP.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Milton Williams, man. I'm just gonna give him his. Since you said Jalen Carter, I'm gonna go with Milton Williams. I mean, I feel like anytime you get a double team, it means one of the next guys has to step up, and I feel like I will give an honorary defensive MVP to BG.
He was playing insane.
I just feel like that kind of play is inspiring. I feel like to hear him cry on WIP, man, I was like, man, because he's like, I have my tears, but not right now. Like he stood in front of his locker and was like, you got a torn tricep and all. And he's just like, come talk to me. I'm telling you, man, you meet Saquon, you think how Saquon, you meet BG, he's everything you think he might be, and actually more. He's just a phenomenal dude, man. I feel like I think we're blessed to have that kind of energy around the way that his mindset, the way that he sees his situation, is not to be like, I'm gonna come back from this. The fact that he is gonna come back from this, try to, is that's total being 38. And we talk about being 38 in the Tabo class, but BG is not ready for the Tabo class.
I thought he was 36. He's 38.
No, he's 37.
Oh boy.
He's a number in between 38 and 36.
But next year he'll be 38.
Yeah, he's right. No, he's right. He's right. Okay.
So like what we got 38-year-olds playing like falling apart in softball leagues. Like he's out here in the NFL, in the NFL doing this.
Pew pew.
Oh, he's not. Primo's not in his 30s.
To him, he is 38.
Oh, Primo.
In Primo's mind, he is 38.
Primo is still an athlete. Don't get twisted. I don't know about
So
the
I
hand.
can't
I don't know
be no
about the
more.
hamstring.
Hamstrings can't no more.
Hamstrings go, man.
I mean, I got a game tomorrow, man. My turkey bowl tomorrow. Like, what you talking about?
My wife is not letting me go. I want to go, but my wife ain't gonna let me go.
Yeah, I mean, my defensive MVP is definitely BG, man. Bro, the sack heard around the world, like the way he crushed Matthew Stafford on Sunday. That's where I probably had the majority of my voice go because I mean I screamed my ass off like I lost it. I didn't really find out that BG got hurt until after the game. Like I didn't even know what was going on.
Oh, when I showed you right?
Yeah. So I mean, I mean, I was so into the game, like I didn't even realize that he had the injury. But yeah, I mean, BG, like even before all that happened, like he was playing his ass off. I mean, he was getting to the quarterback most of the time. He was getting into many plays. I mean, it was just crazy, like seeing BG run around that field the way he was on Sunday. So I don't know what type of adrenaline he had in him, but I'm glad he had it.
No,
he left it all out on the field. He
sure did.
Shout out to Mark Bird. He says, chanting "Whose house?" when you share a stadium with another team was very odd to me.
House? I kept on saying Bird's house. What was y'all saying? Y'all saying? I said Bird house.
I said my house. No, but shout out to Mark Bird. We hung with Mark Bird all weekend. Mark Bird is phenomenal.
Hot chip challenge.
We went to a taco side vendor late at night. We were hungry, so we went to this taco spot. And Mark Bird thought he could handle the heat. Mark's got a little reddish in the face, but after he ate that, whatever he ate, peppers or whatever, he had like red streaks. He looked like he was ready to.
Bro,
I said, "What?"
Bro, he looked like the kid how the kid that got his what was it, the night before Christmas with the rosy cheeks?
Yeah,
he was red.
He was red as all get out.
Mark was like, I'm fine. I don't know what my insides is at like right now, but I'm fine.
I think when he went home, his jaws were pretty banged up.
Oh shit!
I had a great. You know what though? I will say this, bro. My highlight of the trip was when we went to the restaurant and we got Mark a baby seat. That was the highlight right there for me.
Yeah, Mark. I'm
not gonna that and then Primo being really sleepy and only could say one word. And when we went to go eat, that was hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think if you guys on the West Coast, we don't have we don't have an In-N-Out burger. We ate at In-N-Out like 2 times. I felt like we ate there at 3 times. But this guy Primo looking like a baby, a kid at McDonald's.
No, he looked like Boss Baby with a hat on.
It was a total violation because he had 6 pieces of meat, and I said, "Bro, that's way too much meat for your mouth." And this guy was just like,
"Oh, you about to make love to it, son? Damn! Oh, keep it."
Oh shit! That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
Oh, I'll make love to you like you want me to. Yo, look at the eyes, son. Look at his eyes, son. He was in a trance.
I done opened up a can. I'm telling y'all, it's on.
I told him, I said, In-N-Out was
good. I'm coming for both of y'all.
I said In-N-Out was good. In-N-Out was good. I gave it an 8.5. He gave it a 10 off the rip.
I gave it a 10, and I still stick to it.
Okay.
Hell no. Yo, Gail's face
Man.
was mad funny. I said,
10. 8-5 is a good score, man. I'm just saying. So if you guys have been at In and Out, let us know what your score is for In and Out. And if
also, can you share the secret menu? Like, let us know, because
that's the cool thing. I think that was cool for marketing. I was like, that's cool. They have a secret menu for those that know. But I don't know what the chat says, if they feel In and Out is all that and then some. Man, yeah.
And big ups to Mark for taking us to the diner. I mean, I know you mentioned the baby chair and everything, but we gotta talk about the diner just in general. I mean, like it was a change, man. Like it was.
I asked for Pop. She said, "Get up and go look."
Now, Heather says we compare it to Whataburger here in Texas. My brother says Fat Burger is good too.
Fat Burger. See, that's another joint. Fat Burger is good. You ever had Fat Burger?
I haven't had Fat Burger and I haven't had Whataburger, but In and Out.
Yeah, we gotta have like a burger challenge or something.
We could do that. I mean, Primo's excited about. I introduced Primo to eggs on a burger. And
fried eggs on the burger.
Fried eggs on the burger.
That's good.
Shout out to Kathy. If you see her down at the link, you make sure you show her love. She said, "Guys, are you going to the Panthers game?" You know the question to that.
Yep, you know the answer to that.
Now, Mr. iFlow, aka Chris, says, "What a burger is greatness." Also, your greatness for coming to the pep rally on Friday. So I feel like we're gonna have to do a little burger challenge.
Yeah, we gotta do a burger challenge.
But shout out to maybe you know, or maybe you don't know. But Underdog Fantasy, man, it's the way to go out here. I think if you're trying to put in some entries for this upcoming game versus the Ravens, I'd say over. I think does Lamar Jackson have, I say, 270 yards passing? I would say under that.
I take the under on that. What about King Henry? Over 70?
I'm saying I think he gets his
Zay Flowers under 60.
Zay Flowers under 60. I can take that.
I'm giving Saquon. If I'm going to put an entry in, I'm going to say Saquon 100 yards, over 100. I'm going to say yes.
I say yes to that. Aguilar. I think Aguilar gets a touchdown.
Can we bet on drops?
I think so.
Because if
Aguilar over under,
I would do a one drop for Aguilar.
That would be dope if you could do a drop. That would be dope. You know what? You just created something, Gail. You just created something.
You create something. You make an entry.
I'm gonna make an entry. I'm gonna make an entry for drops.
Okay, there you go. But if you want to join, man, join over 5 million fans that are already playing on Underdog with their champs game. You can win money by making entries with your favorite players. Underdog is the best place to play champions. So sign up and deposit now using promo code Jawn to get up $1,000 to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Download the app today and use code Jawn to get up to $1,000 and in bonus cash instantly. You must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts and Arizona, and be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Avoid in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP, 1-800-639-8783, or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. But shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. Hopefully you guys out there doing big things. You know what I mean? Use your promo code, man. You know, and say it with your chest. Say it with your plays. Say it with your entries. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that segment needs to be called. Say it with your entries. That's dope.
Say which entries. Yeah. So I mean, talking about any other guys that need to be. I think we also need to give Nick Sirianni his flowers now. Every week, as he has his team ready to play. Like we talked about. I saw a comment from Bob from Down Under about the loss to Tampa was an anomaly. Was it some of the losses? I feel like Sirianni, did he have his team ready to play? I'm not. But this game, it seemed like he had his team ready to play on all three sides of the ball. I feel like offensively, defensively, everything is working. I mean, they talk about the complimentary football. I think that they're doing it. Is it okay for you Sirianni haters that we give Sirianni love right now?
I mean, I think the biggest Nick Sirianni hater here is Evan. So Evan needs to write a 4-page letter.
Write a 4-page letter?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's probably writing one as we speak.
Let's see. Bry Guy says Nick's post-game speech was fire. Did you see it?
Yes. I mean, it's basically saying what we all said. Keep your head down and keep your pedal on the metal. You know what I mean?
Pete Nathan, he's talking about underdog entries. He says Aguilar definitely scores.
I'm telling you, I think Aguilar.
Evan actually sent a message earlier saying he needs to repent for his Sirianni hate.
Okay.
Chris says sidebar, need Evan on the West Coast next time for the vibes.
Yeah, we all said that.
I heard a lot of where's Evan?
Where's Evan?
Where's Evan? Where's Evan?
Evan.
We'll see. Let's see. If you guys have any questions, throw them up now as we get towards the end of the show. I think it's Thanksgiving. I mean, there's a lot to be thankful for. So I feel like everybody in the chat or anyone watching the show, let us some things that you're thankful for right now with the Philadelphia Eagles. It could be anything. It could be anything about this season right now that comes to your mind. I'll start with Prime first. What is it? What are you most thankful for the season?
First and foremost, thankful for the Eagles because it brings us together on a weekly basis. Tailgates, podcasts, even like some just get-togethers. You know what I mean? So always look forward to that. Thankful for the fact that these guys finally got their shit together after that, bye week. They are who we expected them to be, and they're playing to their potential every week. So I mean, I'm definitely grateful for that. Thankful for Sirianni for stepping back a little bit, letting Kellen, shine, letting him pick the plays, because I gotta be honest with you, seeing a lot of the plays that I saw on Sunday, you could tell Nick really didn't have too much involvement in that. These were just like some schemes that Kellen Moore was coming out the door with, coming out the book with. So I'm definitely thankful for that. And just stay to that, man. Again, you brought these guys in here for a reason. Let him do his thing, because right now his thing is working. So, all around, just thankful for, the organization, period.
What about you, Tim?
Man, I'm thankful for 4th and Jawn. You guys, I don't think you guys understand, man. You guys y'all put the light on the Eagles, and and thank you for letting me be a part of it. And it's something special. Thankful for Saquon Barkley. Thank you, Giants. Thank you so much. I also want to send a shout out to the Titans. Thank you for AJ Brown. And Chicago, thank you for Jalen Carter. I personally will write you your organization's a thank you letter, but I feel like it's already too late. It's gone. So I'm already in here. But and I'm also thankful for just everything in general, man. Just thankful for life is good. Life is, you take your punches, but you got to roll with it. So I appreciate everything I got.
What am I most thankful for? First of all, thankful for my brother, man. been holding me down for a minute, man. That's my best friend. But the Eagles, we be watching games and texting at the same time. I'll be on the road. We still be texting. Thankful for all the Eagles fans in the conversation. It's always been great. I'm always talking about the Eagles, so it keeps me going. It reminds me of somebody. I don't know, my dad. I was telling some good stories about like how I would get out of a spanking or whatever if I would tell my dad about some Eagles score or something. I'm like, hey, did you see the game? And then by the end of our conversation, he would forget that
he needed to spank that ass.
That I did something bad. He's like, oh, the Eagles won. He's like, all right, he forgot. I'm good. I'm going upstairs. But also thankful for our ladies, man, to support through this Eagle season. Traveling on the road, you got to have someone that's special to allow you to be your best self. But shout out to the ladies. But Bob from down there says, thank God for Saquon. I fully embrace this thought. I think this every week, every game. I said this should be on a t-shirt because it's truth. Pete Nathan says, I'm thankful for Saquon Barkley to come to the Birds. Look at positive Pete. Maybe we should change resident hater Pete Nathan to positive Pete.
No,
I'll make that call.
No, yeah, no. Still hater.
Positive Pete says, I'm thankful for Brandon Graham's season. Let's finish the season off right for him. Dad says, I'm thankful for all these receipts I have on these N'Kobe Dean haters. Is this truth? I mean, there is a certain level of, I'm not going to say vitriol, but a lot of people wanted to see something from him. Positive Pete also says, thankful for Jalen Hurts. He's actually learning from this offense. Okay. Mark, a.k.a. I need gravy Huertas. I am thankful for Jeffrey Lurie. He's always tripping. He's always trying to put a winner on the field. He's a great owner. That is truth. True. I feel like he's done a great job, and Howie's brought in a lot of talent as of late. I think
Howie we trust.
Make sure you drink some phosphor mezcal. Shout out to Howie and the brand. If you didn't know, he's got a brand, mezcal. Pete Nathan with more positivity. He says, "Thanks for awesome brothers like you doing it for the Bird." See, can you get behind it? Can we call him Positive Pete now?
No, he just gets an ass right now.
No. Thumbs up. Thumbs Pete.
Shout out to Tony. Says Sirianni mad face with challenge flag is the face I make when work tries to have me at a meeting. Yo, how about the challenge, man? Like, and I had this conversation with numerous Eagle fans. It just seemed weird with some of these flags with the Eagles, and I'm not going to go into conspiracies, but sometimes it's like even like the refs were like they were like let's keep it going. Like it was like weird. Some of the in the ticky tack. I mean, if you got Chris Collinsworth agreeing with you about the Eagles, did you go back and listen to his play-by-play in the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Super Bowl, yes.
Yeah, Chris Collinsworth was saying that some of the penalties were ticky-tack.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know about that. Like the one with Rodgers with the PI, he's like, whoa, I didn't see anything there. I was like, yeah, thank you. That was wild. And then the whole reset. What was that about? And they kept on reset. Oh, let's reset the play. I'm like, yo, what are you, bro? First of all, the Rams got 2 touchdowns, and they were like fluky touchdowns. The score should have been like 9 to like 37. It's crazy.
Bob with the comment. Thanks God for Cooper DeJean being white, so he slid out of the first round.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. Mark says 100% thankful for 4th and Jawn. Eagles fan, thankful for Howie. We had a question here from Pete. He said, on this Thanksgiving Day. He said something about sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie.
Sweet potato all day. You like pumpkin pie? Mm. You should go jump off a curb.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go jump.
Perk says the only pie is sweet potato. I mean,
thank you. Come on now, stop playing.
I don't know, man. I like sweet potato, man.
Stop.
I like sweet potato, bro. You like pumpkin pie?
No, so I'll eat it all, bro. No. It doesn't matter. I'll eat it all.
Hold on, no, Primo. You like pumpkin pie?
I love pumpkin pie.
Yeah, you're bugging, pie, bro. Yeah, that's you know what? That's why you gave In-N-Out a 10.
Yeah, I seen. You like pumpkin lattes too?
I'll get down with a pumpkin latte.
Hey, hold on. I gotta give a shout out to Mark with his coffee drink. I have to say it's delicious. Boss.
Shout out to Conrad. I'm actually thankful for Conrad when he shows up to tailgates. If you haven't seen his amazing pictures, reach out to Conrad. He takes amazing photos. If you need someone to take photos, he might be your guy. If you hit him up, first of all. Dad says he's thankful for the New York Giants, for Barkley, and thankful for you, Fourth and Jumbo. I appreciate you. We got let's see. Ricardo says, happy Thanksgiving, fellas. Thanks for Fourth and Jawn. And welcome all Bird fans with open arms. It makes us feel right at home. We appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
I'm thankful for Blue Meanie. But he says I'm thankful for silence of Cowboys fans in my feed. That has been the new feature this year, is the way that you could just look at a Cowboy fan and they are defeated. They are at their lowest of lows right now, and they know it. So I have a every time I see one, I just don't say anything. I just look.
I just when I see them, the song that goes in my head is "Hello, Darkness, My Good Friend." Man.
Nanita says, I'm thankful for being an Eagles fan for 40 plus years. Also, thanks for meeting you guys in Arizona a few years ago. That was great.
Right. Yeah.
I thought it was like meeting like Deshaun Jackson when I met Nina.
I want to meet her. I want to meet her mom.
I was more hyped about meeting Nina than I was Deshaun Jackson.
Meet her mom.
Hey, mom. Yeah, mom. Shout out to her moms. You guys have never seen Nina's mom dance. She is the life of the party.
She is.
Shout out to Aaron. Appreciate y'all, fam. So chilling on the West Coast with Aaron. It was a great time. Took some great photos. Like the lighting in the place. I took one of Aaron and his wife. It was phenomenal. I was like, man, all these pictures of Birdman looking nice.
Shout out to West Coast.
Let's see. Other than that, I mean, I think shout out to Heather G. She says she's very thankful for us. Thankful for you too, man. I'm thankful for the energy. It's reciprocal. When you get to meet Eagle fans like yourself, it keeps you going because they're like, I can't be the only crazy person talking about the Eagles like this, and we see them weekly. No doubt. But do we have any big? I know it's Thanksgiving Eve. This is the biggest. Obviously, we're Wash Gang. Like this is the biggest drinking year of the year. A lot of people come. There's a lot of crazies on the road, so make sure you guys are staying safe and being at home, chilling, and getting ready for Thanksgiving. So you guys got big plans, Tim?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go right now. Go to the store. I gotta go with my wife, and then wake up in the morning, watch the Thanksgiving parade with my daughter in pajamas, and take Christmas pictures because the Christmas tree is already up. I already put the lights up. Well, Heather, dang, Heather. Oh, man, she is my bad.
She said, I'm sick of disagreeing with Tim. Pumpkin pie.
My bad, Heather G. My bad.
Nina says there's no debate. Sweet potato all day, every day.
Facts. Hey, what's up with you? Anyway, Happy Thanksgiving, Heather. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you so much for the support, man, and the love. West Coast, LA, yo, man, I've never been a part of something where we were walking and people were just saying what's up, man. I loved it. It was super dope. And Gail, you're a star, my guy. You're a star, man.
Come on, man. We're Eagle fans. Meeting great ass Eagle fans is the best thing ever. I'm thankful for just to meet great Eagle fans, man. That's at the end of the day, we don't not everyone gets to see all of them. You don't.
Right.
Some people just stay on the East Coast and they're like, I live in South Philly. I don't leave South Philly. I watch all the home games. They don't go to like all over the country. Like we've gotten a chance to see the different faction of Eagle fans. Our group Northwest Bird Gang in Seattle, West Coast Nation, West Coast Birds. Like Swoop City. There's a faction of Eagle fans all in Texas, and it's cool, man. It's cool. Blue Mini says my favorite kind of pie is yes.
Apple pie, yes. Peach cobbler pie, yes. I get it.
Rob says he's thankful for his second home, for the LA there, second home. Dad says, how much a year do you all spend on traveling all over the games every year? You might want to not get the.
It's worth it. I'm gonna say that it's worth it. It's worth every penny.
Bro, I mean, like you could be addicted to drugs. I'd rather be addicted to the Eagles.
It's definitely
definitely a plus. That's a plus.
I'm gonna let you know that I haven't bought shoes in a long time. I used to be addicted to kicks. It's been a minute.
Didn't you just buy the Orthodox Force? Talking about what you talking about? Hey,
yeah. Maybe one pair. Maybe one pair. I'm good. I'm good. Other than that, I mean, what else am I thankful for this season? Evan Hollywood Hearn. I know he's with his family tonight. Thankful for Evan and the tailgates, man. Thankful for all the people that enjoy those cheesesteaks, man. His cheesesteaks are the best. Thankful for Smoking and Son.
Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to Alex. Also thankful for Bud Light for holding it down for all these years at the tailgates. How about we say we're thankful for the Red Bull giving us wings this season. Concha Hawk and Italian Bakery. Still missing, but we're still getting thankful for DJ Lowski, who also DJ'd our pep rally out there in LA. That was a good time. Anything else? I mean,
we got to get a something up there for our newest sponsor, Safeli Pizza. All right, yep. Thankful for Frank and being a part of the team and hooking us up with the cheesesteaks. I want to definitely be thankful for quite a bit of things. I want to start off with 10 years today. 10 years today, I met the love of my life, and that's my wife. So we always remember the night before Thanksgiving because that was the night we set eyes on each other. So definitely thankful for that. Across the paths.
Do you remember what she was wearing that night?
Nah.
The song was playing.
I was too focused on the face. I wasn't worried about nothing else.
Was there like the 80s smoke screen in the back? Like it was slow motion?
It was a club. It was a club atmosphere. That's all I could just tell you. I remember the spot and everything, but that's about all I can remember. Yeah. Definitely thankful for being, for being a part of this team. Thankful for the hospitality we received from Mark and his family. The whole LA family, especially Birdman and his crew, West Coast Swoop Nation, Swoop City, LA. Mark Bird for joining us, man. We had a great time. Just being able to have moments, you guys really make that happen, and we really appreciate it. Like somebody had mentioned earlier, I feel like that is definitely our second family over there. Every time we get with them, we have a great time. And just thankful for being able to do this week in and week out. Because of the birds, it's amazing, and I always look forward to it. Looking forward to this game. I'm pretty sure, man, you will talk about what we're gonna do for this game. Super excited about it. But we'll see.
I always start out the week with like, I'm not going to the game, and then I somehow end up at the game.
End up at the game.
It's a big game to be at, man. I feel like I think it's the one I circled on the calendar for a tough battle. I feel like at this point in the season, where this team is at, I think we're in the right direction. I think Ravens haven't seen a team like as complete as the Eagles that run the rock. I mean, they run the rock as well, but they have it's like a heavyweight fight. So I feel like it's a great opportunity to do a gut check. I mean, leave it out on the field. We're not going to be. Last time I went to the Ravens game, it was the Carson Wentz game where he tried to go for Doug Peterson tried to go for 2, and we were soaked out there, so that was not cool. And we were soaked.
Never been.
It's the stadium. They got like a band. They got a band, like a high school band. Tailgating scene's kind of crazy. We'll see. Bob from Says Your Trip in Prime. Ravens won't be easy. I just think I think they got to worry about us. Mark Burdoff says
Bob needs to stop smoking that kangaroo shit.
Mark says, shout out to Potion. Shout out to Potion for his performance at the 4th and Jawn Pep Rally. If you guys didn't see Potion in his track, that was awesome. He's at Potions 11 POCEANS 11. Good dude, man. He's a good dude, man. Like when you meet people for the first time, and they are who they are, online, offline. That's how you know you met a real one. Before we get out of here, say it with your chest. Anything you got to say before we get out of here?
Not so much say it with your chest, man, but I just want you and Dwayne to know you got a brother here, man. Well, we're gonna go ahead. I'm by your side. We're gonna get through this. I know it's a rough road ahead of you. I dealt with something last week, still kind of dealing with it, and prayers up. I love you guys, man. For real. I've been there. I know what it's like. So just know that with the support, you always got that here with me and my family and all over this Eagles Nation. I mean, in the comments, the tailgates, across the world. So I love you, dude. I appreciate everything that you do. You know what I mean? And right now, that man's looking over you, and he's proud of you. So know that.
Appreciate the words, man. I mean, I feel like I'm blessed, man. Like he gave us the energy to like do a lot of things, man. He gave us the belief into. He was like my football coach. He was that dude, man. He role model to a lot of my friends, and he's been a role model to like a lot of my family members. But yeah, I can't talk enough about me. He's that dude. So it's a pleasure to take care of him at the very end. But yeah, man. You got a last word? Is that your last word? Yeah, you got one more last word before we get out of here?
Yeah. Definitely looking forward to catching up with my childhood boys tomorrow, Turkey Bowl. Again, like I mentioned, happy somewhat anniversary of meeting each other, wifey. You know what I mean? So love you, babe. All right. And then again, I don't know what Bob's smoking, but I'm confident we're gonna go into Baltimore and we're gonna whip that ass. So let's go. Go Birds.
Last word. Appreciate everyone in the comments, man. We appreciate you guys showing up in the comments, in the tailgates, bumping into us all over in the airports, on the plane. We've seen so many Eagle fans. I was down at City Hall. Shout out to Joe Inspector. If you want to buy some art, he's down. We got a shop down there. Bumped into like 5 people yesterday. Eagle fans are everywhere, repping like we do. I mean, big happy Thanksgiving to you guys, and your families out there, man. We appreciate you guys. I feel like there's a lot to be thankful for, and I think a big thanks needs to go to my brother again for holding me down and holding our family down as well. For the last couple of years, he's been amazing, and he's a blessing. I love you. Shout out to wifey as well. And Andy asks, are we going to Baltimore Sunday? Talking about
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
Talking about it. There's always a will. There's a way. Score prediction for Sunday. Perk says 35-21.
Perk, I like that one, man. I like that one. I was actually going to say 35-28. It's going to come down to, one touchdown. One touchdown. Not going to say it's going to be a cakewalk, but we win in that game on Sunday.
I had 34-17 last week for the Rams. It was pretty close. This game, I'm going to say it's going to be 31. I'm going to go 27. 31-20. I'm going to speak it in existence. I want 31-24. I don't want it to be that close, but 31-24. But like I said, man, appreciate you guys for sticking in with us. I know it's not the average 4th and Jawn podcast, and but we appreciate you, and we appreciate meeting all you great people on the road. We'll see you in the next one. As always, fly, Eagles. Fly. If I could find the button, I would. Go Birds.